Hello, in today's video we will learn about gravitation and related concepts. So first look at content, gravity, gravitation, universal law of gravitation, free fall, acceleration due to gravity, mass and weight, weight of the object on the moon, thrust and pressure, pressure in fluids, buoyancy, Archimedes principle and relative density. So let's explore about gravity. Gravity is one of the most basic forces in the universe. It plays a fundamental role not only in the structure of our solar system but also in the way objects behave on Earth. These are some key points about gravity, a natural force that pulls all objects toward the center of the Earth, keep the moon orbiting. It holds stars together and binds galaxies together for billions of years, prevent planets from losing their atmosphere. So what is gravitation? Gravitation is the force of attraction between two objects in the universe. Gravitation may be the attraction of objects by the earth. This force is proportional to the product of masses of the object and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And the expression of gravitational force is G_mm divided by r square. So let's move on to universal law of gravitation. The universal law of gravitation states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. The SI unit of gravitation and its value is 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. The strength of the gravitational attraction between two objects depend on two factors. First one is how big the objects are or how much mass they have, and second one is how far apart they are. Next topic is free fall. What is free fall? With negligible air resistance, falling objects can be considered freely falling. Objects of different shapes accelerate differently. For example, stone versus feather. Acceleration due to gravity. We denote it with small g alphabet. The unit of acceleration due to gravity is same as the unit of acceleration, that is meter per second square. From the second law of motion, force is the product of mass and acceleration. For free fall, force is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. Mass and weight. What is the difference between mass and weight? Mass is a fundamental universal property. You have the same amount of mass no matter where you are in the universe. Weight. Weight is not fundamental. Its value depends on circumstances in the universe. Weight is a force. It is the resultant gravitational force exerted on a body with mass m and by all other bodies on the universe. And here is the mathematical expression of weight, where mass of the earth and radius of the earth is included. Weight of the object on the moon. The mass of the moon is less than the mass of the earth. So the moon exerts lesser force on the object than earth. The weight of an object on the moon is 1/6 of its weight on earth. Weight of an object on the earth is the force with which the earth attracts the object, and the weight of an object on the moon is the force with which the moon attracts the object. Thrust and pressure. Thrust is the force acting on an object perpendicular to the surface. Pressure. Pressure is the force acting on unit area of a surface. Pressure is equal to thrust per unit area. Differentiation between pressure and thrust. Pressure. The force that acts per unit area of the object is pressure. Thrust. The force that acts in the perpendicular direction is called thrust. Pressure. It is a thrust per unit area. Thrust. It is similar to force applied to an object. Pressure is denoted by capital P alphabet. Pressure is equals to thrust per unit area or force per unit area. SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal, whereas thrust is a vector quantity. Pressure in fluids. Fluids exert pressure in all directions. Pressure exerted on fluids is transmitted equally in all directions. Buoyancy. When an object is immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upward force called buoyant force. This property is called buoyancy or upthrust. Why objects float or sink when placed on the surface of water? Take some water in a beaker. Take a piece of cork and an iron nail of the same mass. Place them on the water. The cork floats and the nail sinks. If the density of an object is less than the density of fluid, it will float on the liquid. And if the density of an object is more than the density of liquid, it will sink in the liquid. Archimedes principle. It states that when body is partially or fully immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. Relative density. The relative density of a substance is the ratio of the density of a substance to the density of water. It is a ratio of similar quantities and has no unit.